shit.
Everything in the news yesterday and today has been things regarding Cohen, and Cohen is supposed to be Trump's lawyer, and then Cohen has supposedly two other clients, this Elliot Grady, and his third client is the Amity, the Fox News broadcaster. I don't know, that's the way it started, but it was on TV all yesterday, all last night, this morning, all day. So that seems to be the news right now. And naturally, they sent a search warrant to Attorney Cohen's house, the apartment where he's staying, and then he's staying in a hotel room, and also his office. And they picked up all his papers, and they picked up 10 boxes of papers, and I think 13 boxes with electrical instruments in them. So that's what they have right now, and everybody's fighting over who should look at all these papers first, who should be appointed to look at them. And they're going to have an independent person or a couple people to come look at them, and then they go all through them, and then there has to be decisions made, which is going to take weeks, on which papers are attorney-client, and those papers are going to have to be thrown out, the way I see it. Supposedly now Cohen says he only had 3 clients, but I don't know. I know he talked to a lot of people. He was known as a fixer. Like if you got a girl in trouble, showgirl or something like that, he would be the one you go to. He'll work out the deal. Like one of them, this guy Elliot Grady had a played girl that he was in trouble with, and he's political. He resigned, but he ended up settling that case for $1.6 million. I haven't seen her yet. They haven't showed her, but that's what this Cohen, Trump's lawyer, does. He's sort of a negotiator, and he can get these things settled. And he also worked on the money for the girl that was at the hearing yesterday. She had $130,000, which she gave back now. She said Trump slept with her one night in 2007. And then there was another girl supposedly he slept with in 2007. It's going back 12 years. And the man that runs a magazine, his friend paid her $150,000 to settle that. And supposedly Trump didn't know anything about the money that Cohen paid her, the $130, didn't know where it came from or what, but supposedly he put the money up for him. He was friends with him, and Cohen is supposed to have money and properties, and he just mortgaged one of his houses, took money out. Well, they had a loan. He had a loan on the house, and he just drew $130,000, put it in another company, and then that other company gave it to the girl. Trump never did sign the paperwork to give her the $130, but supposedly Cohen has a lot of money and properties. I mean, he's a hard worker. He didn't go to a top-notch law school like Dershkovitz, but he's smart, and he makes money, and he has some clients, and the clients he has
that don't matter
are wealthy. But so the another thing is that so supposedly they say for certain, we know right now he has 3 clients that we know of. We think they're clients, but also none of these people say he's really not their lawyer. We haven't talked to Trump yet because they just get information from him. Like the one guy who's on the news all the time, he says this Anthony guy, he said he just calls him for information on properties. He said he's not his lawyer. And then when you talk to him again, he says, well, maybe he is his lawyer, and maybe he does have information he can't give out. Now, he also has some tape recordings, this Cohen, several tape recordings, that 13 boxes of them, which people would want to get to them. The feds want to get to them. Naturally, Trump and Cohen don't want to give them nothing yet because they're saying all that is attorney-client privilege and it can't be looked at. And unless they argue that that's not attorney-client privilege and they can get by with it. Now, and I know Dershowitz was on yesterday and he was saying this Anthony should have told all of his fans, because he's an announcer on Fox News, and there's been something with Fox that's going on since this guy is brought out into the open as the third client of Cohen. But and Dershowitz says he had a duty to tell his audience right away that what was the story, and that Cohen was his lawyer and that Cohen was representing him. But meanwhile, he's saying Cohen doesn't represent him. He just gives him some legal advice sometime, and they're real good friends. So I don't know if you have to disclose that information to the public. You know, they watch Fox News if he really isn't your lawyer. He's just a friend, and you call him once in a while for advice on property, but you never signed an agreement with him to be your lawyer. You've never signed an agreement to be your lawyer on a case. You've never given him any money. He says he never gave him a nickel. And they're saying he's your lawyer, he's your lawyer. I don't know. I would think if you're going to be a lawyer on a different case or a different litigation, you have to have a contract signed with your client, and then there should be some money passing, or when you're going to get your money. I don't know many people who work for nothing. So that's what's going on with this case, and now they're going to appoint people to look over all these 10 cases of records of Cohen, and then 13 cases of tapes. They're going to have independent people look at them, and those people are going to come down with the question and answers of which ones apply to attorney-client privilege. Like naturally, the president and Cohen, they don't want anybody to look at anything that would be attorney-client privilege between them. The president has said Cohen is his lawyer, or I thought he did. He's been his lawyer, and they're real good friends, and there are probably tapes about the president. But definitely, if they're attorney-client tapes, he doesn't want anybody looking at those tapes. So you just can't throw them on the table and say, here, grab whatever you want. That's what the government would like to do, just get a hold of everything and go through it first, and then turn it over to Trump's people and the other two people, the three lawyers, turn it over to them after they look at it, and then they pull everything out they want, the feds, and then give them the rest. No. And the judge didn't do that either. The judge appointed 2 independent people. And this is real rare. I mean, they say they run into this a lot in New York and Washington, but in the other parts of the country, I haven't seen it or heard of it too much about, you know, with these search warrants and appointing independent people to go look through the stuff first, because if you have attorney-client privilege, like if I give you something, you're my lawyer, and I give you a tape saying, yes, I did kill the man, yes, I murdered him, yes, it's on a tape. Now, do I want the government getting that tape?
No.
That would be your attorney-client privilege. I mean, I don't know, there might be something in that tape I don't care about. But that's one thing, I don't want to turn anything over to the government, especially if it's attorney-client, and I'm agreeing, yes, I did commit a crime. Yes, I did do this. Yes, I did do that. Yes, I did do something at the bank or whatever. So anyway, this is on the news constantly, and I know the whole world is watching. They want to get kept up with it. And there are other things that are happening, like like we were going to give we were going to put sanctions on Russia yesterday, and then today they were already canceled. Sanctions on Russia and things like that. That should come out, but and I haven't heard anything about the about China lately. About they were going to put tariffs on China. Whatever happened to all those tariffs? I don't know. Are they going to put sanctions on China too? Because some of the industries are completely gone from our country, and they're all in China. If you ride around Pittsburgh or anywhere in those steel states, and in the smaller places, states, it's just deserted. I mean, it's ridiculous. There's nothing there. Nobody's working. The people are hurting for money. So I don't know. How do we get those back? But we're going to keep working. Thank you.